Good afternoon, everybody. This is your CET Scoop with your Community Engagement Leader, Janie Cahill, for the week of October the 10th. I do apologize that there's no live recording this week. I will be traveling to Dayton tomorrow morning, so we'll unable to do this live. But as always, if you have any questions about anything that I'm talking about here today, just feel free to email or give me a call, and I'd be happy to give you some more details at a later time. So I'm going to jump right in this morning. I have added a event onto the upcoming events and initiatives that are taking place. I'm going to talk about it here in just a second in a little bit more detail. But we have added the Thrive and Build home dedication ceremony that we're going to be doing on October 27th. You can take a look again with the other upcoming events that hopefully you've marked on your calendar by now. If you haven't already done so, I'm going to give you just a couple quick updates in regards to a few of them here as we go. I just wanted to also give you an update on our Women's Build Day event last weekend. It went tremendously well. I could not be even more pleased with the turnout. We had over 31 ladies there, 5 men as well who came, so thank you, gentlemen, for coming and wearing the pink shirts proudly. So I tell you what, I have never seen such hard work and willingness to learn out of these ladies, and I tell you what, it was incredible to see. Great day. It was a little warm, so again, a lot of these ladies were out sweating all day long, digging trenches. They were putting up siding. They were laying floors. They were just working so hard that it was just a really amazing day. With such a good turnout, we're going to be able to donate over $900 to the Stephanie Stillman Fund for Breast Cancer Research and Patient Assistance. So that is really exciting, and that's something I know all the ladies were really, really excited to be a part of and support of coming out. Here is a list of the ladies that did attend that day, and gentlemen. I'm going to be sending a thank you follow-up to those individuals, but I really encourage you, if you see any of those members on your list, or on those lists, definitely reach out and give them a phone call. Tell you what, these ladies came out, they worked so hard, they sweated their butts off. It definitely would, I know they would love to hear from you, a thank you from you as well. So if you happen to see any of your members on that list, I love it if you would give them a personal thank you from you as well. So the Thrive and Build home dedication that we've added to the calendar, it's going to be taking place on October 27th at 9 a.m. If you have not been to one of these before, it is a really great thing to be a part of, and I encourage you to come out. You get the opportunity to see the family, and we have a program that's established to again, just really focus on the family and the great work that they've done, as well as an appreciation for all the volunteers and people involved in helping make the project happen and possible. So this year for this ceremony on the 27th, when we're going to be dedicating the 1610 Myrtle Avenue, we're actually going to have a special guest, U.S. Congresswoman Joyce Beatty, that represents the 3rd District of Ohio. She's going to be coming out and joining us that day. She is going to be presenting a flag to the family. I will also be presenting her a Live Generously t-shirt. And really our goal is to just have as many people come out and wearing their Live Generously t-shirts as possible. So we would love a great turnout. We're going to be inviting members and churches, especially the churches that have been really involved with our Thrive and Builds program this year, so that way they can really see full circle the impact that they've helped create. So if you're able to join us that day, we'd love it. If not, please pass this on to some of your members and churches if they would like to attend that day as well. If you have not RSVP'd for the Journey to Generosity new member event, make sure you do so on Eventbrite. We have about, I believe, 30 spots left based on the last time I checked. And so even financial representatives, you do need to register as well. You can do that on the same link on that Eventbrite site. You should have seen the list that went out last week to those eligible. We are aware, I know some of you, we've been made aware there are a few inaccuracies with that list. As you can imagine, it's our Salesforce and our report systems are not always 100% accurate. There's always some challenge with that, but we certainly did the best that we could, pulling that list. If any of those members that are on that list that are eligible, that are your members, I encourage you to reach out to them and follow up. They should have received a postcard about a week and a half ago, and if they are receiving a phone call from you, just following up and making sure they are able to RSVP and get registered if that's something they're interested in coming to. So again, we will be touring the stadium that day, or any individuals coming, it will be 75 minutes before game time. Once that's announced, we'll be sure to let everyone know and have opportunity to tour the stadium. We're going to be doing an action team to support the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and great food, and just it should be a really great time. So make sure, if you have not RSVP'd, do so, and make sure all your members who want to be there have RSVP'd as well, that are eligible. The Pulling Together Pop Tab Challenge, the deadline was last week for this. We've had over 50 churches sign up in our region, which is really exciting. For our market specifically, here are the list of congregations or organizations that are going to be partaking in that challenge. So you can take a look through this list. I'm going to be reaching out to these churches here in this week, if not next, just making sure they received all the materials that they need for participating in that challenge. Also, my goal with this is to schedule pickup times at all of these locations that we, can go and connect with these churches and, thank them for partaking in the challenge, and just be an opportunity to engage with that church and reconnect. So if any of you have any churches on this list that you are heavily engaged and active in, please let me know. I would love to have a financial representative with me as we go and as we go to these churches. So again, if any of those on the list are ones that you are actively engaged with, I know a few of them I'm familiar with. What reps are involved, some I'm not as familiar with. So again, feel free to reach out to me if that's something you would like to be a part of. Just as a little heads up, there is a free In Faith webinar coming up on Friday, October the 19th. This is going to be led by our individuals from the In Faith Foundation. It's really just an opportunity to deepen those relationships or introduce new church or nonprofit leaders to Thrivent through this webinar. It definitely adds some value to the Christian community, and really is just focused on helping educate, or providing strategies surrounding endowments and how to use for planned giving to grow those endowments. So ideal audience for this are leaders and pastoral leaders, others in the churches, as well as a lot of those nonprofit leaders that you guys work with. So I do have an email invite that has the registration invite or information and link for registering for this that I'm going to be sending out to you guys. So just make sure you look out for this, that you can feel free to share with your network and groups that you work with. Thrivent member calendars, they are available. So if you would like to make sure your members know about the calendars, there is a template and email playground that you can use to send out, just to remind members that they can order their calendars. Any member does receive one of these complimentary copy, but they can purchase additional copies for $3 per calendar. Also, though, as representatives, you can order customized calendars that'll have your name and designation and phone number and contact and all that good stuff. So just be aware of that as well if that's something you're interested in. So I know it only seems early, it's October, but those will come in around the November time. So if you're someone who traditionally has gotten these for your churches in the past or have members who are interested, make sure you kind of don't lose, or make sure you kind of look out for that and get some of those ordered now. What reminded me of this is I had a member at my church ask me the other day if I could get him some calendars. So it definitely gave me a reminder, and just wanted to make sure I pass that on to you all. Okay, so during these sessions, I know I mentioned before, I want to make sure too that I show and keep you guys up to date of a lot of the different resources that we have, especially as Thrivent grows into that church space and all the different resources and tools that we have available to support churches and different nonprofits that we work with. One thing that I want to put in front of you, if you've not seen this, this is one of our subsidiaries or partners of Thrivent that we've bought and purchased. It is called Church Fuel. I will be the first to say that I am not an expert when it comes to church fuel. It's very new, so probably no one's necessarily an expert, but it is a new resource that we have to support churches and pastors and their church leaders. What church fuel is it's essentially a membership that churches can purchase. And what it does is it provides those practical resources that they can use to and through an online program or platform, and it really just helps them be a resource for growing their church or connecting with other individuals, and has a resource library, has different topics, but it's really just a great leadership development tool for church leaders. So it's something again that they can enroll in that's really shown to be a very, very encouraging and positive resource, through digital coaching and training and so forth. So again, just definitely a resource to be aware of, that we now can basically be another tool in our toolbox that we can offer to churches that we serve, and just that you guys can be aware of when you're working in that church space. Another reminder about the Truth at Work conference coming up in, wow, I'm losing my mind, on November the 9th at Worthington Christian Church. Just a reminder again, that event is coming up. The promo code for that is Columbus. Individuals can get into that event for free. In the email that I am sending this link out for the video, I am going to be sending those promotional materials as well. So feel free to send those out, promote them. All is welcome. Encourage everyone that is able to come and really encourage your, pastoral leaders, other business leaders, or just anyone that's available to come that day to come out. So it should really, really be a great, really great day and opportunity too to introduce them to Thrivent. And lastly, again, just wanted to one more time remind, you'll probably get sick of seeing it, but we are during the time window for the Connect and Give Back campaign. So reminding those members that those who send us their updated email address do have the opportunity to enter in for those drawings for a chance to win $1,000 for charity. So yep, I would encourage you to continue to send this and promote this to your members. I know this was in the newsletter, but if you haven't already done so, please make sure you also send out some communication on that behalf. And with that, I don't know about you all, but I'm running out of gas today. So it's been a long week. But if you guys have any questions, again, reach out to me at any time. I should be, as we getting closer to our Giving Tuesday initiative, I know we're going to be having some meetings this week with some of those affiliates than the Ronald McDonald House, so we should have a few more details squared away around those events, and really looking forward to sharing with you then. So everybody have a wonderful rest of your week.